It is a profound honor to stand before you today as we open the Local Climate Justice Indaba, a forum that represents a vital step in the fight for climate justice in Zambia. This gathering is a testament to the power of collaboration, and I'm confident that the deliberations on this day will lead to transformative outcomes. Let me begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to the Scottish Government for their unwavering support and commitment to advancing climate justice through the Climate Justice Communities, CJC.
We must work together. The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes 4:9-12 that two are better than one. A cord of three strands will not be easily broken. Power to unity is indeed something. Even God himself said, "Come, let us reason together. Let us make man in our image." And so if God is in communion, what about you and I? What about institutions? So the Indaba is a forum for discussion, but a call. It's not just a forum to talk, but a call to action. And together we'll create a roadmap for collaborative efforts to enhance climate resilience and environmental equity.
We believe that climate justice is not just about reducing the carbon emissions, it is about recognizing and addressing the historical injustices that have led to the current climate crisis. We demand that, and we call upon our government and indeed ourselves, all seated here, take immediate action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, transition to renewable energy, and provide support to communities already affected by climate change. We also call upon the global community to recognize the principles of climate debt and to provide adequate financing and technology transfer to support developing countries in their efforts to address climate change.
When I came, I think for 5 years, we had no this type of drought. When I was somewhere where I was working, I think it's 75, when there was another serious drought. But the whole country was okay. They used to produce. Even here they produced food, not like last year. Last year it was a disaster. I think it's the worst in the history of the world. The only people who had some food of their own, not from assistance from the government, are those who had Madimba, those who grew some maize in the Luangwa Valley. And when the madam was talking about of cutting trees and the reeds, Matete, I concurred with her. This is why we have got a lot of soil going into the river. But we used to grow maize and other crops even before that. I think because of that, we did not know. But this time people know. Now they can't stop. I will tell you why they can't. It's because upperland, they will grow. They will not produce what is required to feed their families. So this is why they go to the riverside.
Issues of climate change have come for us. Luangwa District is strategically located in such a manner that we are a border, and also all the water that comes from the upper land, because this is the lowest part, it comes down here, and so time after time we face floods here. But with the coming of the floods, we have seen that as this challenge has come, this has also made us look into ways of which we can adapt to the floods and find ways in which we can become resilient, especially to the business community. We find ways and means of engaging with the with the business groups, the leaderships in discussing ways in which the businesses can continue even after the floods come. And so you find that even when the water comes, some businesses close down, but some businesses still continue.
Mavuto yamene tapezekanayo mu climate change choyambirira ndikuchepekera kwa manzi mizi mwatu ometikala chifukwa chakupya maningi kwa zuva manzi yachepekera uzapeza ukaenda paboho hapa manzi ukachiga kuti achoke yachoka pamoja tufuti amina ya manzi kumwa maningi kwa manzi kuti kuza kuatletera maningi dwara bana watu madiarrhea tumatenda twashitamunga twapaka na kusinda kwa nyengo kwa hiti imenya maningi sikumwa maningi manzi isazikukananga tazimai na chilala chabwera chino chaka ichi tashitamunga tavutikira kwa ntayo itaji kwa kuti wende usakire manzi usakire vakudya tashitamunga tavutikira kwa ntayo itaji
machallenges awetu mapezana nayo zapeza kuti sometimes kusintha kwa nyengo ngati kwakwera zuwa mene milili apa kwatentha maningi so imapezeka kuti monga iso anthu ovutikira so maendele timapezeka ma problems zapezeka sometimes kwapya maningi zapezeka mwamba kuswetinga maningi last paja futi zapezeka kuti nthawi nango na changechi na matenga futi yamanginamo azinango kamba kume madzi maningi zadwala futi diarrhea
manzi tiase tunatwana ndabaishwa Luangwa nilikuona petenze kwa nsomba kali zedi mkete na yeye futi bweze bweze pa position kwa japota at least watu wakabwera na wewe kama kuti change yoneka isakakale ni history bana watu obado wakapeza kwenze Luangwa bima ditika kwenze Luangwa limuona ni yetu kwa kufuta kwenze pa nsomba yakala ni history.
This project focuses on issues to do with nature-based solutions. How do we co-create nature-based solutions within the communities? That's why it is called climate-just communities. How can the communities rise? How can the communities get to the challenge and deal with the issue of climate change? How do they adapt to the situation that has changed over time? And how do we go ahead in life with the climate change that is coming? Some of the objectives of this project is to support communities in identifying and addressing their unique climate challenges. We are meant to understand that the challenges of climate change are different from each community. What is in Luangwa might not be in Sioma. It might not be the same in Shangombo, even in Snazongo. But how can the community of Luangwa identify and address the climate change problems that they are facing here in Luangwa? Come up with the nature-based solutions to protect the river. Come up with the nature-based solutions to protect the environment and make sure that the climate issues are dealt with. The other objective is to equip community champions with advocacy skills and knowledge. The project has been running, now this is the second year, and this is the third year, Mr. Masema. We are now getting in the third year, and there have been a lot of trainings that have been given to the community members. There is a lot of help that is going to the community members, like helping them with seed that CCZ has been doing quite well, and also working on the fencing, some other areas that CCZ has been doing quite well. So we also look at equipping the community champions, then promote knowledge sharing and collaborative problem solving, like this Indaba that we are having.
Last season it was even worse because I remember we had even trained some farmers in climate change, where we even offered some input so that they could go and plant those seeds, but unfortunately everything died, all the crops died. So it's every year and it's unpredictable. So we just live like sure. So drought is very prevalent, and then floods na heavy. Like this time around, waters are still coming, like my colleague has mentioned. So we are going to have those floods.
Why adaptation matters? Adaptation is very important because it prepares us as citizens, as a nation, in how we can address some of these impacts, and also coming up with different solutions. We co-create adaptive strategies of what we can address, so that as a nation, citizens, and the areas where we are, some of these things can be dealt with. When agriculture is affected, our food basket reduces. And when you cannot produce much, for you to sell and earn an income at household level, you may not have enough to support your household, your children to school. So those are some of the economic impacts that we can experience as a result of climate change impacts.
Message yetinga nizeko nyakusi climate change taiwana kuti sizivika kuti izakasira kuti nthawi yoyenderera. So message yaguno yametinga tingapereke ku vanzatu nyakuti tigwirizane tonse pamodzi makamaka pamene taona kuti mitengo yenda isira tichitare encourage kuti tipitirize kushanga pamene venango vajuva ise tizishangirapo kuti ija climate change isazimvera kuvava maningi.
Funga takumenga kuti magrupu kwevakamba so that for example munga village pangu kwetu kufomi ngako then uzako okay my challenges in short amene tinga yetuna mujani youth vantu vakangiongara chapi kombo mayouth instead of vaenda kuskuru ushani zapeza kuti vaenda kuti msanga kwendoononga vazaindoononga pambodziwa mitengo kati down of trees which is not allowed. Instead of vapezekeko vachitako business so that vachiteko shani my challenges yabwera because of drought it's facing naye.
So I think that what is talking would actually try to prevent these people from going to engaging in activities like charcoal farming. So what restocking is one of them, but one like for Luangwa, I think irrigation is very key. I can talk about the Kabaramanja project where we try to fence some farmland and then also try to bring water from the Zambezi River so that people could grow vegetables, fruiting maize throughout the year. I think that's a good model. So I think the challenge is that maybe we need more funding and partnering with other organizations. I think if such activities can be increased, then I think that can help make the people change.
To tell somebody not to go and fish in Zambia, what other alternative will he have? Where will he go? Because that's where he is the source of income. Then he will be directed to go to Luangwa River. Because the Luangwa River up to now it's open. Whether he will get in Horokoro or whatever type of fish, he will sell that one, he will get something that he buys. That's one challenge that we have. We talk people, we sensitize them, they in fact see the disadvantage of cutting trees. They see, they know it. They have been well educated by different groups of people, NGOs. But is the help sustainable that will make them stop? That's the biggest challenge.
In promoting climate justice, the local authority has just now awoken to the idea, so not much has been done, but currently there's in place an environmental communication plan and an environmental sustainability plan on the council website. These communication plans are to help in community engagement and community participation when it comes to climate change. Also, The council, through the Department of Planning and Environmental Planning section, they are now going to be embarking on an exercise of environmental education in schools. This will be done in partnership with BCP and also the community forest management groups in Puka Chiefdom and also in Luma Chiefdom.
Vajavagwata maplanga kukakaho amini kumsewa kwa kavala manje. Your days are numbered. Nikuza nzona your days are numbered. Pa forest mukaende road ya kukavala manje. Mukagwire yonse aja maplanga yonse. Ngati mulibe koika, come bring them pa palace. Wasiriza mitengo ya maplanga. Walibe na license.
This is our action plan that we have. There is activity, resources, responsible person, time frame. The first activity is tree planting. The first activity, it is tree planting. The resources that we want, it is only plants for us to plant, to do this activity. And the responsible person here, what we mean here by saying responsible person, it is where to get the resources from, and the people that are going to be maybe monitoring and doing the planting itself. These are what GRZ. They'll be involved in terms of monitoring and of course helping us providing these plants we are talking about. And NGOs. NGOs are to be specific, CCZ and ETC. We talk of Child Fund, I've heard of BCP, Climate Solution, all those.
Activity 2 ni irrigation. Irrigation yamena zai angania zamena za kuranshito inyandani ndife futi wa CMC na wa G na wa CJC. So time frame ni kwa bwanja menti za kuranshito tingayambe mu March then kafika mu June 2025. Now ma resources tizacho sakuti tingapeze kuzawa na ku CDF na ku CCZ na ku Child Fund.
All those that took stage to share the knowledge tapunziramo chimozai also kunkalangati woyimirira tuko kuti zikomo ya mandondomeko ngati njira zimene izi zikhale monga chiyambi tiziwa kuti you have done a lot. When we go on the ground, personally I do move here and there. I've seen the impact the CCZ and the CGC has brought. There's a lot of mark everywhere you go, in Puka, Janelo, up to Luangwa Bridge. There's been a lot of project activities and investments. So tika kuti zikomo also mupitirize pamene munayamba kaone kuti mpaka chamene chinashangiwa chikakule.
The message we'd like to pass is that we should bear in mind that mindset change takes time. It takes time for people to change their way of thinking. They've been thinking like this for years and years. For us to bring in the new ideas, it will take time for them to change. So if we say that because we've got this initiative at this time and we didn't change, then we give up, we may not really get to see the fruition that we need.